Hello, awesome people. I hope you're having a great day today. Today, taking a look at the next short story in this Unreal and Real collection by Ursula K.leguin. We're getting closer to the end. It's more than 700 pages long, and has 39 short stories in it. I'll link it to you in the comments below for you, folks. This is a 5-page short story. It took me very, very little time for me to knock it out last night very, very quickly for you folks. It's called The Wife's Tale. Basically, what's happening is that we find it on our first page. Again, no spoilers. I just typically like to give what's happening in the first couple pages to get you caught up. Is that she did not know what her husband was going to be or what he was going to wind up doing. Right? So we're going to, on the first page as the cover story, so we're finding out what her side of the story is, why she got invested in and so forth. And she says in the first page he was nice, super nice, never was mean to anybody. He was very, very nice to his kids. Out in the wilderness when nobody saw him, she came across him being very, very nice to his kids, and she saw that was really good. She saw him come back from a hunting trip not catching anything, and unlike other people in her local area, he was not like angry or upset, right, or distraught, and so forth, right, even though nobody saw him, and he could have been. So these are good things about him that she notices on the first page, and then we'll find more and more things that are happening about here and so forth. Now, at first, this short story didn't feel like it was in the science fiction or fantasy genre, which, if you recall, the Unreal and Real, half of this is just normal collections and so forth, and the other half are fantasy and science fiction ones, and so forth, that she was more well known for, that she created, by the way, and put together these stories. And she's published a lot more. This isn't just like a full collection of her stuff, right? She's a huge, huge person. But I didn't feel that this was in the science fiction or fantasy genre until like the last page. And there's a couple of lines here and there. Nothing surprising, nothing shocking, or anything like that. But there is a couple of hints here and there to make it seem like something else is happening, right? Which I liked. It's subtle, but you can catch it if you notice and you read it carefully and such. So there you are. So that is The Wife's Story by Ursula K. 5 pages long. It's probably going to be like a 7. It's strong, it's easy, it's fast. You can easily read it and knock it out. It's definitely nice, and I enjoyed reading it. It didn't even take me 10 minutes for me to knock it out last night for the first time. As a reminder, I picked up his collection when I was read a short story called Those Who Walk Away from Omelas, which heavily influenced Strange New Worlds Star Trek season. One episode that I liked a lot too, which I'd never heard of before. So I was like, let's pick it up and read it. And then while I had it, let's go ahead and knock it out, right? And it ended up one Hugo Award, as has her having won many of them. She's very, very influential in science fiction. Has a lot of novels that are sort of canon of her stuff. I've knocked out a couple of novels for her channel. The Lady of Heaven, which I love, and was on my bucket list. And then the Left Hand in Darkness, which was started about 10 years ago, and reviewed for a few years ago for you folks. So she's beloved in science fiction particularly. And then she also has a series in fantasy called Wizard of Earthsea, around somebody like Gad the Wizard, which is in a junior fiction for folks that are like teens and such, and it's fun. And then it's sort of the beginning of the boy, telling a boy like Harry Potter at a wizard school and so forth. It's the beginning of that genre that she created and heavily influenced it. So she's beloved in both genres, fantasy and science fiction, for different reasons. So there, that is The Wife's Story by Ursula K. So I'm giving it a 7.2. It's fast, it's easy. Again, I'll link it to you in the comments below if you read it. If so, what did you think about it? Let's talk about the comments below if you agree or disagree with my sign out tip. If you enjoyed this, why not hit that subscribe button? If you're feeling frisky, hit the bell button too, to let you know when something like this happens. As a reminder, this channel's name is The Worst Thing About New Books, which is a quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about new books was that they kept us from reading old ones. And she's written a lot of things decades ago, back when she was popular in the 60s and 70s, right? So this is definitely an older work that we definitely have. Oftentimes by a famous author that we just have never heard of, right? Or things that are forgotten classics and stuff like that. So finally, I just want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and investing in watching my video, because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.